Hey guys, how's it going? It's Lisa here at my Zen Den studio. Welcome. This is really awkward for me, but I'll try and give it my best go. I'm just here to give you a little flow, get you out of your head, and get some movement happening. Hopefully you can grab a mat, maybe a blanket if you need, any props, anything, maybe a book if you need a little bit of support for lunges or anything. And just get comfortable, get some comfy clothes on. I've been doing yoga in my sweats all week, so just find something. Maybe you're already in your sweats or pajamas, so perfect. Hop on your mat, let's get started. Alright, so let's get started. Just bringing those hands to the knees, roll the shoulders up to the ears, and roll them back and down. Roll them up 2 more times. We hold a lot of tension in that upper body, letting it go, maybe working through some of the cracks, crinkles, any of those noises. And then rock the head from one shoulder to the other, just making some nice semicircles here. And then coming back to center, we want to reach that left arm out to the side, drop that right ear to right shoulder and circle the arm around. Nice little shoulder rolls, getting that length from the crown of the head to the tips of the fingers. One of my favorite movements I learned from a teacher in Hawaii. If you're ever in Kihei, check her out. Bring your hand to the knee, lift your head up, and drop your left ear to left shoulder, right arm comes open, circle it around. Breathing, you can keep the gaze softer, just gently relax the eyes. And then slowly reverse those circles if you haven't already. Bring those hands to the knees, lift the head, roll the shoulders back, lift the gaze, open the heart, tilt that pelvis forward, exhale around the back, navel inch into chest. Inhale, tilt forward, lift the heart, gaze up. Exhale to round, waking up the spine, moving that breath through the body as you move. One more cycle here. Lift the heart, drop the shoulders, exhale to round, really squeeze it all in. And then come back to center. Now just placing those hands under the shoulders, come to your tabletop. Let's roll up the wrists, the ankles, get that blood flowing. And then we're going to come up on the tippy fingers. On left hand, right hand, lower down, left, right. Lift up, left, right, and come down, left, right. And just find that nice little wave of movement. Using your breath just to warm up the wrists. We're going to do a few more wrist warm-ups here before we begin. I like to get nice and warm before we move into any vinyasas, planks, or any weight-bearing exercises for the wrists. Flipping that right palm towards the right knee. Fingertips pointing towards that knee. Gently rock back to the heel. And then rock back to center. Or just stay as you are if that's enough. Sometimes you have a lot of tightness in the wrist, and that's okay. Roll it out. Just find that edge, that kind of sweet spot, and then hold it, breathe into it. Flip the palm up after you've rolled it around a few times so that you can get a nice little stretch for the extensors in that forearm. Nice full deep breath here. Just be nice and gentle. Roll it out. Place it back down. Externally rotate the left hand towards the knee. And then gently rock back towards the heels with the hips. Nice full deep breath if you want to find movement, or just hang out in stillness, you can. And then roll it out. Flip the palm up and get a nice little stretch here in that arm and the wrist. Beautiful. Roll it out. Hold it for a few moments longer if you want. Plant the palms down. Alright, so just rock back to the heels. Make some nice little hip circles to warm them up. I know my hips are a little bit tighter. I've been doing some walking and a lot of sitting. Rock back to the heels, roll back through the spine into that cat pose. Sink it back to the heels, roll back and around. Beautiful. And then maybe a few cat cows here. Lengthen or reach the tailbone up, gaze up, exhale round the back, navel in, chin to chest. Tuck the toes or keep them flat, your choice. And just make sure those hands are under the shoulders. Lift the gaze, tailbone comes up, belly comes low. Exhale, round, press the mat away. One more. And exhale, round. And come back to center. Spread the knees apart, toes touching, child's pose. Reach the fingertips out, rest the forehead. Now here, you can walk the fingertips out to the edge of the mat. You can lift the fingers, lift the palms. So you kind of tenting the fingers here, get a little bit more into the armpits. Rest that forehead. Breathe here. And send your breath into the back body so you can feel the back ribs expand. Plant the palms, flip them up, down, or even rest the elbows if you just want to find a nice moment just to breathe. This is our Balasana. This is a pose you can come to whenever you're feeling tired, need a moment longer of rest. Now let's shift the weight forward, tuck the toes, come into your downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana, pedal out those legs, rock the hips, and press the mat away as if you're pushing someone away from you. Try not to notice the lint on your pants, just gaze between the knees. Lift those hips. Press through the heels. Maybe you need a little bend to the knees. If you have a lot of tightness in that low back, pressing that mat away. Keep active here. This is a very active pose. The more active we are, the less weight will fall into the wrist. So we want to activate the inner triads of the hands. So that nice squishy spot in between the index finger and the thumb, really press that into the mat. One more full deep breath in through the nose. Full exhale through the nose. One more. Bend the knees, lift the heels, gaze forward, and slowly make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Sweep those arms up. Gaze up, hands come up to touch. Then exhale, bring them down to the heart and open. Sanasiti, mountain pose, or eagle standing, Tadasana. Nice full deep breath. Lift the toes, spread them apart, plant them down one at a time if you can. Let's do the inner arch, into that inner thighs. Find a nice neutral pelvis here for women. Hip points in the front are a little bit lower than in the back. The back ones are a little bit higher. For men, often they're equal. So let that flow of energy move through the body with that nice neutral pelvis. Lengthen through the spine. Draw that ribcage in, chin just tucks nicely towards the chest. And imagine the string is pulling the crown of the head up to the ceiling. Pressing into the heels. And breathe. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Beginning our sun salutation A. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant those palms, step back, come into your low plank just to begin. So come down to the knees. Hands are under the shoulders, and as you exhale, squeeze those elbows to the ribcage and lower down. Untuck those toes. Nice folding back here. Press into the tops of the feet. Just roll the chest up, baby cobra. Nice long line with that spine. And exhale, lower. Lift the hips. Tuck those toes. Come into your downward dog. Breathing 5 full breaths in and out through the nose. If you can't quite hold it 5 breaths, you can come to the knees and come into your child's pose. If you want a little bit more strength, really engage that core, squeezing those hip points towards the midline. Externally rotate those thighs, lift the heels, gaze forward, step, hop, or jump to the top of the mat. I like to just take a nice step forward, gaze forward, lengthen, lift the heart, broaden the chest, and exhale, fold. Moving a little bit slow at the beginning here. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Surya Namaskar A. Saluting the sun, lengthen the spine. Plant those hands, step back. Today we have no sun, that's okay. Press them out away here. High plank if you can. Press through those heels. Balloon that chest to the ceiling. Exhale, shift that weight forward so we have 90-degree angle with the elbows. Untuck those toes. Upward facing dog. Exhale, lift those hips. Downward facing. Nice full deep breath. Pressing that mat away. Straighten the arms. Be active here. Nice, smooth Ujjayi breath. Exhale, gaze forward, lift the heels, step, hop, or jump. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. I'm just going to move a little bit. Awesome. And inhale, rise. One more time. One more sun A, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step, hop, or jump, back to your chaturanga, or knees, chest, chin. Lower all the way down if you like, and tuck the toes. Full cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. So 3 different options there you can take. Inhale, gaze forward, lift the heels, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Maybe slight back bend here, and bring the hands to the heart, open to the side. Now just roll the shoulders up and back. Sweep those hands around, clasping that right hand with the left, and then just dropping that left ear to left shoulder. Drawing that right shoulder away, getting that nice long line. Taking a moment to breathe, release, roll it out. Sweep that left arm around the back, and then we are going to drop the right ear to right shoulder. And as you inhale, sweep those arms up. And exhale, bring them to the heart, open to the side. Sinking those hips back, Utkatasana chair pose. We want to rock back to those heels, reach to those arms. If this is too much, bring them out in front or hands to heart. Think back, hold it here. Squeeze those hip points to that midline. So we really want to squeeze it in and then lift through that sternum. Building that fire in the body. Exhale, hinge over the hips, release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, high or low plank. Find your Vinyasa flow. So any of those three options I showed in the Sun Citation 8 are available here. Lift those hips, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Press that mat away. Inhale, right leg rises. Exhale, step it through as you hug that knee to the chest. Come into your warrior one. Sweep those arms up nice and high. Press into the outer edge of that left foot and the big toe mound of the right. Reach through the fingertips, roll that right hip back. One more breath. Exhale, sweep it down. Right leg comes back. High plank, knees, or you can have a third option, hover. Lower down, maybe halfway, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. Nice full breath here. Trying to breathe in and out through the nose. Inhale, left leg rises. Squeeze that knee to the chest, round it upper back, hug it, step it through. Now spiral that right foot down 45 degrees. Okay, sweep those arms up, bend into that left knee. Our nice strong warrior one, hands can always come to the heart. Keep pulling that left hip back, reaching that right hip forward. So you want to kind of cinch those hips together and bend into that left knee. Beautiful. Exhale, sweep those hands down, left leg back, high or low plank, Vinyasa through. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale through the nose, exhale up. Inhale, lift the heels, gaze forward, step, hop or jump. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale to fold. Inhale, rise up. And exhale, hands to heart, open to the side. Sink those hips back. Feet can be hip distance apart here. So it can be here or toes together, heels slightly apart. So option is yours. If you have sore knees, knees hip distance apart will probably be a little bit easier on you. If you want a little more balance, just find what works for you here. Bring those hands to the heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant those hands, step back, high or low plank, find your Vinyasa flow. Maybe you want a little more, maybe you want a little less here. Lift those hips, press through the heels. Create that nice V shape with the body. Play here, just for a moment. Inhale, reach that right leg up. Step that right foot through, warrior one. Breathing here. Inhale, open up, come into your warrior two. Nice full deep breaths. We really want to externally rotate that right thigh, not letting that knee drop inward. We want to make sure the knee tracks over the toe. Pressing into that left big toe mound here and opening up to a T. Beautiful. Really reach and stretch through those fingers, sink it a little bit deeper. Making sure that knee is stacked over the heel. And as you inhale, sweep the arms up, gaze can follow. Exhale, bend the knee, open the heart. Inhale, reach it up, straighten that leg, open up. Then into the knee, one more time. And exhale, bend. Hold it here, you can flip the palms. Exhale, side ankle stretch. The forearm comes to the thigh, and that right arm up overhead. So I was mirroring for a moment, then it went back and forth. Just make sure you do both sides, okay? So making sure you revolve that heart to the ceiling, reach to the fingertips. Nice full deep breath here. See if you can hover that bottom arm. Inhale, sweep it back. And then exhale, reverse warrior. Sweep the arm up. Nice full deep breath here. Nice downward flow. Exhale, sweep it back, warrior two. And as you exhale, sweep the hands down, draw that right leg back, come into your downward facing dog. Pedal up the legs, rock the hips. Inhale, left leg comes high, step it through, come into your warrior one. Sink into that knee. Press into the outer edge of that back foot. Reach to the fingertips. Nice full deep breath here. And I'm just going to turn so you can see me. Inhale, open up into your warrior two. Awesome. As you inhale, we are going to sweep the arms up nice and high. Gaze up. Exhale to bend. Repeat 2 more times. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale to bend. Last one. And then we'll slowly come into our side angle. Form to the thigh. Reach that left arm up overhead. If you're still nearing me. Awesome. And inhale, sweep it back. Reverse warrior, flip the palm, reach it up and back. Sink into that right knee. Feeling that nice length through the side body. Keep a nice soft hand at the back, resting it above or below the knee. And inhale back to warrior two. And then slowly pivot the feet to the front. Reach those arms out to a T. Coming into our Prasarita Padottanasana. Sweep those hands back. Clasp them together if you can. If not, hands are touching the forearms. Otherwise, just keep those arms out to a T and lower down. Exhale, hinge, crown of the head reaches forward. Hands come away from the low back. Circle the head around. Release those hands. Inhale, look up and lengthen. And exhale to fold. Awesome. Bring that left hand in the center of the body. Right arm comes up. Nice little twist for the spine. Inhale, open up a little bit more. Exhale, lower. Inhale, reach it up. Open up the chest. Keep those hips flat at the back. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, look up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Awesome. Bring those hands to the hips, engage the core, rise up. And then just step together. Shake it off, take a moment, grab some water if you need. Okay. So just roll those shoulders back, and we'll bend that right knee, and place that right hand to the hip. And nice full deep breath here. Now, it looks like I'm sinking a little bit. Let's stay lifted. Roll that left shoulder back and bring that heel to the bum. So getting a nice little quad stretch here. And just spread those toes on the supporting leg nice and wide. Flip the palm up so that big thumb is touching the big toe. Reach that left arm out option. Come into your dancer. Lift the thigh, keep reaching the right toes behind the right ear. Sternum is lifted, and exhale, release. And slowly release the toe, roll that left ankle. And we'll repeat on the other side, bringing that left foot in. And then right hand to the hip, open up the chest. Breathing here. Good job. Good job, self. Love home videos. Wonderful thing, hey? And then slowly flip the palm up. And again, lift the other side. I'll just turn to the side so you can see. Reach that right arm out, and left leg comes towards the ceiling. So that left thigh is trying to get parallel to the ceiling, if I can find my balance. Find that drishti, that non-moving focal spot. Square those hips as best you can. Squeeze those inner thighs and the glutes. Lift. And then gently draw those knees back together. Right hand to the hip. And gently let it go. Roll that right ankle out. Take a nice full deep breath here. Good work. So a nice little tree pose today. You can slide that right foot up along the calf. Bring it to the inner thigh if you'd like. And we want to stay lifted through the hips, through the crown of the head. And drop the shoulders down. Nice full deep breath here. Find a gaze straight ahead. If we look down often, we will tend to fall forward. So let's just stay lifted so we can stay nice and tall. Try to keep those hips level. Rib cage is drawn in, and breathe here. If you want to lift the arms up overhead, you can wave the branches of your tree. Keep them together. Or even one more variation, just bring the hands over to that left shoulder and turn the gaze to the right. Nice full deep breath here. Inhale back to center. And then we'll bring that heel out in front, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, lift a little higher, and 1. Release the hands, roll the shoulders, rock front and back, shake it out. Bend that right, we're doing tree pose, right, Vrikshasana. So spread the toes, root down to the heel, and then bring that foot up to wherever you're comfortable. Maybe noticing your balance is better on one side than the other, that's fine. That simple awareness is what this practice is all about, noticing, not placing any judgment. So just maybe noticing why there's a tendency to fall. Maybe this side we need to strengthen the ankle a little bit more. Maybe we need to keep lifted, maybe we're a little more fatigued. So keep that core nice and strong and spread the toes nice and wide. Maybe bring that prayer over to that right shoulder, gaze can come over to the knee. Breathing here. And then bring it back to the heart. Kick that heel out in front for 5, 4, 3, 2, and lift a little bit higher, and 1. So often I'll do tree and then dancer, but my memory is failing me today, so if you want to do that next time you do this video, feel free. So we're just going to play a little bit for this next section. Hopefully I have enough battery on my phone. Option number 1, you can come into your malasana. So that's your yogic squat, sweep those arms up, and it looks something like a little froggy. Okay, bring the hands to the heart, pressing those knees open with the elbows. Lengthen the spine, you can gaze down, humble the chin, chin to chest, and breathe. You can play with the hands, lower one down, reach the other one up. Option is yours. If you want to give it a try, you can come into your little arm balance, your crow. So spread the palms, lift the heels, bring the knees either to the triceps or the armpits. So we want to keep a nice strong frame with the arms. So when we bend the elbows, we don't want the elbows to fall up into the side. So we really want to keep that frame nice and strong. This is what's going to be supporting our arm balance. Spread the palms nice and wide and keep the gaze about a hand length ahead. Lift those hips. Come onto the balls of the feet. Shift forward. Mula Bandha. Keep that root block, the core, the Uddiyana Bandha engage. Lift up, bring the toes to the bum. If you know this, if you want to challenge yourself, see if you can straighten the arms just a little bit more. Keep breathing, hold it as long as you can. You can jump back or step back to your child's pose. Lift the heart, move through a little flow, downward facing dog. If you're in your Malasana, just come into your forward fold. From downward dog, we'll walk those hands back to the feet. There, dog forward. And forward fold. Hinge here at the hips, release, roll the wrists. And then we're going to press into the palms. Slide those hands under the feet for a Padahastasana. Or you can also do option Padangustasana, which is our gorilla. Peace fingers around big toes, and just let the head drop. We want to have a nice heavy sensation in that head, like it's hanging like a bowling ball. Soften the jaw, and focus on your Ujjayi breath, that ocean sound breathing. Massage the palms, one of my favorites. This one's for Esther. Flip the palms up and plant them down. You can lift the heart to the ceiling or the back wall, I suppose. Breathing here, nice stretch through the forearms. Roll it out. Walk the hands back out. Come into that downward facing dog position. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. If you want to come into arm balance again, feel free. Inhale, reach it up, right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, round that upper back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, squeeze it across. Option again, arm balance or just knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, step it through. Come into your crescent lunge. Nice high lunge. Exhale, open the heart. If you want to drop that left knee, feel free. Inhale, reach. And now we'll all bend that knee, drop it down. Bring those hands to the heart. Stay nice and lifted here. If you want, those hands can stay up high or lower them down. Inhale, rock the hips back, heel the toes up. Find that length in the spine and draw the right baby toes back. So a nice half split. Alright guys, sorry my video cut out there. Jumping back into it. We'll come into our downward facing dog. And I believe we are on our right leg first, so this time I'll reach the left leg up. Exhale. Option, you can come down to the right knee if you want. This can always be done on the hands and knees, so bring that left knee to left elbow. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, knee to nose, round the back. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, knee to right elbow. Reach it up. And then we'll step it through, coming into your crescent lunge. So what that looks like, just from that high variation from your downward dog. Again, you can hover, you can find a balance there, you can go knee to nose, reach it up, exhale, knee to right elbow, and hover. Step it through crescent lunge. Inhale, open the heart. Nice full deep breath here. Reach it up. Lower the knees down and untuck the toes. Bring those hands to the heart. Now press into that left heel. Lift up through the crown and roll that left hip back, right hip forward. Nice full deep inhale. Full exhale. Breathing here. Good job. Release the hands down, rock the hips up and back. Peel the toes up, wiggle that heel forward, lengthen and fold. If you need, here's where those blocks come in handy. blocks, books, anything you need to prop yourself up. Sometimes just tippy fingers will do. Nice full deep breath here. Protecting that knee if you have any sort of injuries. Pulling the left toes back. Keep that belly off the thigh and shift that weight forward back to that low lunge. Awesome. Now we'll just lift the toes, lift the hips, draw that left leg back, pedal it out to downward dog. Pressing into that mat, lift the heels, press through the heels, lift them up, bend the knees. Just take this moment, wiggle it out, rock the hips. One leg up, then down. If that feels good, reach the right leg up and we'll just draw that right knee in and lower that knee down. Untuck the back toe, lift up and lengthen through the spine. Roll that right hip back, nice and square to the center and walk those hands down. Coming into our pigeon pose here. Raja, Kapo, Tanasana, something along those lines. And just find that center point in the body. If this is too much for the knee, another option, you can just open up the legs, come into a deer pose here, flexing that right foot, a little bit of a modification there. Still nice hip opener, or you can come onto the back body for your figure four, your reclined pigeon. Flex the right foot, bring the hands to the left thigh and gently guide that knee into the chest. Awesome. So those of you up in pigeon, find that length. You can stay up nice and supported here. If you're rocking over to that right side, just make sure you're nice and centered. Sometimes I see in class a lot of students will just relax over. The vinyasas are done for the most part, and just relax the neck and shoulders. Just noticing where you are, where your thoughts are at, checking in with the body. Just taking this moment to refocus. Bring your attention to that dry breathing. And see if you can relax the upper body just a little bit more. Just settling in, not holding any tension in the shoulders. Soften the jaw. You can rest the head onto a block, the forearms or breast all the way down. Just holding for a few more breaths here. Getting a nice stretch into the glutes and opening up the hips. Getting deep into that left hip flexor. Walking those hands back up, lift through the hips, tuck the toes, pedal up those legs, pulling that right leg back to downward facing dog, pressing the mat away. As you inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step that, or bring that left knee true between the hands and tuck that back toe, lengthen, and then hinge over. And again, finding that nice center point in the body. If you need a little bit more movement today, if you're really holding tension in that upper body, a few upper body rolls always feel nice. So just allow the spine to round as you make your way back up. It kind of moves like a wave in the ocean. And then slowly folding over that left leg. Nice full deep breath here. Relaxing the body just a little bit more. And when you're ready, slowly bringing those palms back up towards the knees, roll up through the spine. Sweep those legs around. Just bringing those legs out in front. Kick them out, give them a little bit massage if you need. Lengthen and sit nice and tall in those sits bones. Reach far forward, as far as you can go. Lower the hands. Maybe they just come to the shins. Maybe there's a bend to the knees. More important to have that length over the rounding and nose to knee. So we want to have that nice hinge at the hips. So we tilt forward and reach forward. And then once you find that sweet spot, you can just soften the neck, the shoulders, soften the jaw. Inhale deeply through the nose, scoop that belly in, exhale, fold. If you'd like, you can rock the head from one shoulder to the other. One more full deep breath. Melting even more. As you inhale, roll up through the spine. Plant those feet down. Coming into your Navasa. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Arms out alongside the body. Breathing here. Inhale, bring those hands to the heart. Working those hip flexors. Squeeze the hip points together once again so you have a nice flat belly. We don't want to have that little hump in the middle. Inhale, lift up a little higher. And exhale, wrap that right elbow towards that right thigh. Keeping those hands to the heart if you can, really finding that twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, wrap that left arm around the right thigh. And inhale back to center. Inhale here. Toes can always touch down, hands to thighs. If you want a little more, find your maximum. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Phew, good job. Always finding a nice little butterfly pose after that, our Baddha Konasana. Lengthen and hinge over at the hips, fold over. Another full deep breath here. Just taking a moment to reset. Roll up through the spine, plant those feet down, reach the arms and roll one vertebra at a time, letting the backside body land on the mat. Let's just shift around so you can see me a little better. Awesome. So we're going to come into our bridge pose. So planting those feet, toes pointing forward, knees are in line with the hip points. Reaching those hands just out of touch of the heels. So we'll slowly lift up through the hips and lengthen that spine. Nice full deep breath. Keep that belly soft. Keep those hips rising up and keep those knees in line with those hip points here. Pressing into the heels and imagining the knees are drawing towards the front of the room and the heels are drawing towards the hips. This will help us to find that length without really crunching that spine. One more breath here, lift a little higher. Exhale, roll back down. One vertebra at a time, lower the tailbone, and just windshield wiper the knees side to side. We'll do one more variation of that. Coming up, just clasping the hands together. If it's in your practice, you can come into your full wheel pose or your, upward facing bow, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Slowly lift the hips, and you can walk those shoulders under, clasp the hands, press into the outer edge of the palms, and lift the hips. Nice full deep breath here. So this is the bridge variation you can take. And I will now demonstrate. Keep breathing there for 5 more breaths and then lower down. Otherwise, if you'd like, come into your full upward facing bow. Fingertips pointing, shoulders, elbows draw in. Inhale, lift the hips. Exhale, push up. Gaze towards the palms. And slowly press the heart to the back of the room. Keeping those knees and toes pointing towards the front of the room. Nice full deep breath. Tuck that chin to chest. Safely roll down. Breathing here. Just take a moment to let the body settle before you hug the knees in. Maybe drop the knees side to side, or just hold there. Those of you in bridge, lower down. Bring those knees in gently now. Wrap the arms around the shins. Just take a moment here. Let the low back relax. Resetting the body. Full breath, roll the shoulders down. Point and flex the toes if you need. One more inhale, exhale, lift the head, and then drop the navel down to the spine. Inhale here, lift a little higher. Maybe reach alongside the feet, or you can touch the outer edges. Inhale, exhale, roll back down. And then just slowly come into your happy baby. Knees spread to either side of the rib cage. Peace fingers to big toes. Gently rock side to side. Beautiful. And just allow the body to surrender here. Maybe extend one leg, then the other. Or just melt into stillness. Appreciating all the work that your body's done for you today. Thanking yourself for making this time for you. And maybe being grateful that you are healthy and that you have shelter and food. And gently release those toes. Draw the knees together. If you'd like to come into your supported shoulder stand, you can. You can go into your headstand. Just be careful here. I like to just finish practice sometimes. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly. Roll those shoulders back again. Create a nice little shelf there. Open up the palms. Maybe support the thighs with a block or blanket. Hands can come to the hips. Or last variation, one hand to belly, one hand to heart. Nice full deep breath. Feeling that belly rise, the air move to the upper chest, and then exhale, upper chest to belly. One more time, feeling that breath move. And exhale to let it go. Maybe gently releasing those arms open to the side. Nice full deep inhale. Full exhale. And just checking in. Scanning the body. Becoming aware of your thoughts. Letting them pass you by. Gently heel to those feet, the outer edges of the mat. Let the knees drop in. And then breathing here. Walk those feet back in. And then we'll slowly hug the knees into the chest. And then reach those arms out to a tear cactus. If you inhale, draw those knees over the hips, shins are parallel. So nice downward, 2-knee twist to finish. Lower the knees to the left, turn the gaze to the right. Option 1, place the left hand to knee. Option 2, extend the toe. Option 3, leave the arms open to the side. Nice full deep breath, really expanding the lungs. Exhale to soften, resetting the body. And just bringing out the body of any excess tension that you might be feeling today, any stress. Just allowing anything that's no longer serving you to just let go. Draw those knees back up to center, slightly engage the core. Adjust the hips, lower the knees down to the opposite side, and turn the gaze to the left. Nice full deep breath here. Find the variation with that right arm that feels good for you. Another full deep breath. Really expanding the lungs, the rib cage. Drop that left shoulder down. And then slowly guide the knees back up to center. Wrap the arms around the knees, give them a little hug. And extend those legs nice and long. Maybe mat distance apart or wider. Arms fall open to the side. And then just allow the shoulders to roll back and down, tucking that chin to chest, lengthen the spine. Take a deep breath in to a count of 4. Maybe pausing at the top for a count of 4. And exhale, release it out slowly to a count of 4. Inhale, fill up. Pause. Exhale, release. And just starting to let the body settle once again. Relaxing the back into the mat. Just feeling the vibration of your body. Feeling your heartbeat. Maybe creating a small slant of the lips. Softening the pit of the throat. Relax the jaw. Soften the tissues around the eyes. Let them sink heavy into the socket. Letting go of all effort. Letting go of all breath control. Letting go of any stress or tension in the body. Finding that natural breath. Just allowing the body to absorb all the effects of your practice. You can play music or you can have a blanket. Just take a few minutes here of rest. You can stay longer, or if you're ready, reach those arms up overhead, draw the feet together, and then slowly hug those knees into the chest. Rolling over to the right side. Take a few breaths here. Pausing, just allowing that energy to return back into the body. And when you're ready, slowly press it into your left palm, rising up to seated. Rocking back to those sits bones, ground down, lengthen. Tap that chin to chest. Bring the hands to the heart, the knees or the lap. Deep breath in through the nose. And take a deep exhale out the mouth. Deep breath in. And exhale out. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Sending yourself much love and gratitude. From my heart to yours, namaste.